welcome to episode 47 of the Nickel O's World podcast. I know, can you believe it? Episode 47. Where did time go? Today is December the 7th, 2014. I want to say welcome to any new and returning viewers. If you are new, thank you so much for checking me out, and I hope you come back another week. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, thank you so much for coming back another week. I truly enjoy sitting down and chatting with all of you guys. And I know you guys notice yet again I am in another background. No, this is not a work thing. I am at home. I am actually in a completely different room in my house. I am in the upstairs part of my house, and this is the living room in the upstairs part of the house. It's a long story, and I'll go into it if you guys are ever interested in it sometime about my house. But this is the living room part. I have mentioned, I am going to apologize for the bad lighting. It is 7:42 p.m. at night, or also if you are overseas and you go by military time, it is 1942. So it is dark, and because my house is over 100 years old, it was built in the 1890s, it has bad lighting. It is an old house. I'm going to apologize for it. I did record earlier today. I recorded this morning, and we're from my work location, and the quality just was not good. I sounded worse than I do now. I'm going to apologize if there's any sniffling, sneezing, or coughing, because my allergies are acting up. If you're new and you're checking me out for the first time, I normally record on a Thursday or Friday. But because I had a massive allergy attack, I usually get an allergy attack, a really bad allergy attack a couple times a year, where I sound like I'm so congested and stuffy. Like I have a cold, but I really don't. So that's what it sounded like on Thursday and Friday, and I do not want to subject you guys to it. And I completely rambled about that, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get better. All right. Grab your favorite cuppa of choice. Tonight, I am drinking a new tea. It's one of my new Christmas teas, actually. I got it in my pocket here. I brought it up before I came up here. I made it before I came upstairs here. It is called Cranberry Pomegranate Caffeine-Free Herbal Tea. It's by Stash. Premium. I'm sorry, it's Stash Premium. Trying to find the camera on. If you wonder why, like if I'm like over here and you guys can't see it, it's because I decided to come upstairs to film since it's a bit quieter than downstairs tonight. And I'm using my iPad to record. And you guys let me know if the video quality is better on my iPad, because if it is, I'll just keep recording it on my iPad and then upload it to my laptop so that way I can edit it and upload it to Podcast Garden and YouTube. But here it is. I was trying to find the camera. That's the name of it. And you guys grab your favorite beverage of choice too. Coffee, tea, soda, water, whatever your choice is. I am sipping this. And Marlisha, I thought of you when I got this cup. In my Happy Holiday Owl mug. Isn't he cute? His wings remind me of like he has a little knitted sweater on. I got him at Dollar General. It's like, a discount store. And the mug was only $1. And I think he's so cute. Had to take a little sippy. It's okay. Not my favorite, but it's okay. It's different. It doesn't remind me of Christmas, but you get the cranberry with a little bit of pomegranate. It is, I can't show you guys without spilling it, but it's actually red. It's a robust tea or a red tea. So yeah. All right. I am actually going to pause you guys so I can blow my nose. It is running, so hang on. Sorry about that. I did not want to subject anybody who has earbuds in to me blowing my nose because it may sound like a foghorn. All right, let's get into it because I don't want to bore you guys. We got some administrati, some stash enhancement, some goals about this year and next year, magazine review, and finish the objects and works in progress, and enhancements. All right, first I am going to go into administrati. I want to say happy birthday to anybody who has had or will have a birthday in December. Happy birthday. Are you a Christmas Eve baby or a Christmas Day baby? If so, let me know. I think that's really cool. I haven't met anybody that's Thanksgiving birthday. But I'm interested, are you a Christmas baby? Christmas Eve, Christmas Day? I'd like to know. We also have a Facebook page. If you guys are new, we have a Facebook page. I know I just recently added a couple of you to the page. I'm sorry that it took me a while to do that. Things around the house here have kind of been hectic with Christmas season in effect and all. And work, so I did add you guys. In case you're wondering, our Facebook page is a closed group, and the only reason that I have it closed is in kind of people spamming. I don't want spam thrown in our group. I may eventually, if everything seems okay, change it to open. If you don't look like a spam bot, I'll accept you. Yeah, we also have a blog, nickelosworld.blogspot.com. That is where I have our videos. In case for some reason if you're viewing me on iTunes and you have trouble, you can go there and my show notes are there. If you have recently been there, I just recently updated it. If for some reason there are no show notes because there are episodes where there are none, where I didn't add any in, and that's bad administrati on my part, and you have a question, contact me. We also have an email, nickelosworldpodcast@gmail.com, if you'd like to contact me there. Yeah, so, excuse me, we have a cow going on. Yay! It is our holiday gift cow going on. It started on October the 18th. And it will end on January the 8th, 2015. And the reason I am having it go from October 19th to January the 8th, 2015 is to cover everybody in the holiday season, no matter what you celebrate or if you celebrate anything. I know maybe some people don't celebrate the holidays, and that's fine. So I'm just giving you that extra time in there to cover it. All right, I will read you guys the rules. It has to be knit. I'm reading it from my phone on Ravelry. All right, so that's why I'm looking at my phone, not that you think I have text messages or anything and that I'm being a bad podcaster. It has to be knit or crochet. It either has to be gifted to you, or you're going to gift it to someone else, or you're going to give it to charity. In the spirit of the holiday season, it can be selfish knitting, as some people call it. I know maybe you may not celebrate any holiday, so you just want to make something up. That's fine. Or maybe somebody gifted you a pattern that you're trying to make up because you want to wear it in the spirit of the season because, they made it up and they probably want to see it. Or maybe, maybe somebody gifted you some yarn. Don't know. I don't consider it selfish knitting. Maybe you're participating in the Knitmore Girls Grinch Along. It qualifies. And if you notice in my rules, it said it can have been gifted to you. Maybe a crafty friend made you something, and you want to show it off, throw it in there. In the spirit of the holiday season, I'm counting that too, because you got us as a community and as crafters, we tend to give each other gifts, very crafty gifts. You may have a wonderful friend who crochets, and she crocheted you something, well, put it in our holiday gift along. Or maybe somebody knit you something, something like that. I count that. Toys count if you are participating in the Penhook Needles, Bakery Bears, and I think there's one other podcast. I know, Marlise can tell you, I'm sorry I forget who the third person is, but if you're participating in those 2 toy-alongs, toys do count for gifts. You could be gifting it to somebody. Maybe you made something up for Ken, the Turbo Knitter podcast. Maybe you made a toy up for him for his ambulance. That counts as a gift. Their toys count. Put them in. Continuing on. It can also be something you're making for the holiday season. For example, something for your home, work, community. Maybe you're donating stuff to a nursing home. It counts. Chatter is welcome in the thread that I have open. You can dip into other groups as long as it's okay with their rules and guidelines. As far as works in progress, 1 picture per week of all your works in progress. Say you have 6 works in progress, and this week coming up, you work maybe on all 6 of them. You can put a picture of all 6 of those works in progress for this week. And say you finished one of the 6, you can still throw that finished object picture in there. Okay, continuing on. Let me see if I have a cough drop or my candy. Yes, hang on. I'm going out of frame. Sorry. But I need something. My throat is getting scratchy. Everything is just draining. I'm on my allergy meds and all. And the draining and the coughing, it's like, my throat. That's why I'm drinking a little bit more on camera tonight. Oh, fit of that, I'll just drink it. Alright. Sour apple. I was right. Candy cane. Green or sour apple, it's called. Moving on. In our thread, we have Ask Nicole Anything thread is open. I still currently do not have any questions in that thread. So please feel free. You guys can ask me anything. Personal, crochet, knit, spinning, anything. My home life. It says thread open for you all to ask me anything you would like to know. I thought it would be fun to have something open like that, so we get to know each other. Finished object thread is open in our group for December. So if you don't want to participate in our holiday gift along, you can just throw it in our finished object thread. Also, what would you guys like to see more on this podcast? Anything? What would you like me to talk about more or talk about less? Let me know. All right. Christmas on, you guys. Where can I get some great Christmas yarn? I'm sorry, I'm trying to chew this, but I'm looking for Christmas yarn. I don't have any in my stash, and I'm looking for some. I have Halloween, but no Christmas. I don't even care if I can purchase it after Christmas. I want some. I'll stash it away. All right, finished objects. Yay, I got some finished objects. Woo-hoo. you guys will remember, I was working on a shawl. And you see what's not on my 3.5 mils anymore. I finished The Hitchhiker by Martina Behm, or Behm. Is it pronounced Behm? I think it's Behm. I got something in the background over here. That's why I was leaning over. It's The Hitchhiker by Martina Behm. Let me show you a picture of it. It is a black and white photo, so I'm sorry. It is a paid-for pattern. It was gifted, so I'm not going to tell you guys how much it cost. If you would like to know how much it cost, you can go to her Ravelry page and you will see it on there. But I will not say if I'm ever gifted patterns. If you knew, if I'm ever gifted patterns, I never say how much they cost because it was a gift, and I feel that it's wrong to tell people how much that pattern that was gifted to me was. I don't find that right. But I will get a picture and show you what it looks like. This is The Hitchhiker by Martina Behm. I highly recommend it. I absolutely love the pattern. And here is what mine looks. I have been wearing it. I have not washed or blocked it. I just straight up wore it. Here's one end. And we're going. Dun, 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 dun. Here's the other. You guys can kind of see the color pretty good. I did do more teeth than what was called for. You guys can kind of see the color good there. You guys are seeing the color pretty well. I did do one more row of teeth than was called for. I absolutely love it. I have had it wrapped around me like so already. Just a little like this if I wanted it. Or, how's the other way? I did actually wear it one way where I had it like that, and I just took it and went like that. I mean, this is a versatile pattern. You can wear it numerous of ways. And because I'm a lefty, I like the teeth on my left side. So I kind of just find the middle, pull it up, drape it around me, and I kind of just fiddle-faddle with it and wear it like this. Or I'll put it down like this. I have got many compliments on this pattern. I had some bless her soul, old lady asked me if I was wearing a bib. Because I had it like this. She goes, "Are you wearing a bib? Are you okay?" I said, "It's not a bib." I go, "It's a shawlette or a neck warmer." "You sure it's not a bib, honey?" I said, "I'm positive." I had somebody ask me, "Where did you get your scarf? That's beautiful. I love the pattern, how you got teeth over here, but yet the back looks straight." I said, "Thank you." I said, "But it's not a scarf, it's a shawlette." And I took it off and I showed it, and somebody else said, "Where did you get that? That is gorgeous. You can wear that as a scarf, a neck warmer. You can wear it as a shawlette if you want." I said, "I made it. I didn't buy it." And I had somebody else tell me, "You know, if you go and you look at these high-end shops, honey, see something similar in these high-end shops, and you'll pay an arm and a leg for it. I said, don't I know that? But I didn't. I made it. So it's quite interesting, people's reaction to this pattern. I've already had it where I even took and I just put it behind me like this. I mean, like I said, I love this pattern. It's very versatile. If you're wondering what yarn I use, this is Red Heart's Heart and Soul in the Green Envy colorway. I do not know why they call it the Green Envy colorway, because to me this does not remind me of Green Envy. To me, Green Envy would be numerous colors of green. Here's what the socks look like, because this is a sock yarn. But I will say that I have seen socks actively being knit up in this colorway. Ross from Smells Like Yarn podcast. Hi, Ross. He is currently knitting a pair of socks in this exact same colorway, and I have to say they look spectacular being knitted up, because it almost reminds me of Fair Isle or Colorworks. I'm thinking Fair Isle and Colorworks are the same thing. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I could be totally lying to you guys. They're the same thing. I don't know. Don't quote me. But his socks being knit up look way better than these socks in the picture, honey. I will tell you that, Ross, honey. They look so much better than these. If you do like the colorway, here is the colorway. You can buy this at your big box stores like Joann's, or I don't know if you can buy it at Joann's. I don't know, but I know that you can buy it at AC Moore. And speaking of Joann's, before I go on to my next finished object, what happened to a lot of their sock yarn? My Joann's, it seems like they cut their sock yarn. I like the Lion brand sock yarn, the one, you guys don't know what I'm talking about, where one skein of their sock yarn makes 2 pairs of socks. What happened to that? I don't even see, the last time I was at my local Joann's, I didn't even see Red Heart sock yarn. This sock yarn, I didn't even see. What's going on? Did, they stop carrying sock yarn? I love Lion brand sock yarn. I love Red Heart sock yarn. What happened to it? And I really like it. Moving on. That was my other brand. Moving on, let me put this away. If you guys are wondering what I was keeping... Oh, before we move on, this took almost 3 skeins of yarn. Here is how much I have left of the other skein. I used, I think, 76 ounces, 0.76 ounces, if that, to make it. I have 100 and some ounces left. This is 1.76 ounces, 213 yards, or 50 grams. So I have this skein plus another skein of this downstairs. I don't know if I should try making socks out of them. I'm thinking of starting a pair of socks. Or to be safe, I may buy another skein of 2 more skeins of this and have 3.5 or something like that. But I absolutely love this. I definitely know I want a pair of socks in this colorway. Thanks to Ross. And the bag that it was being kept in, if you're wondering, I actually bought this little bag at Dollar Tree for $1, obviously, Dollar Tree. And obviously, as the name says, Dollar Tree, it cost me $1, and I absolutely love this bag. It fit this in there, plus that skein of yarn and everything else. It's a little makeup bag, but if you guys just heard that noise, I'm sorry, I don't know what that was. That was outside, out front. I don't know what it was, but I'm not sure if you guys could hear that loud noise. But yeah, this is cute. It makes a great little project bag for something like socks or something. Or if you're making this, it really does. I thought it was a good buy for $1. If you guys, I don't know if you guys are hearing the outside noise. Okay, somebody just sped away. You guys, honestly, I live on a busy street. I literally have a convenience store right across the street from me, so I hear all kinds of noises. I normally record downstairs in my dining room or in the downstairs living room. I used to record in the downstairs living room during the day, and I heard noise, but not so, you could hear it, but not so much. So then I changed to the dining room, and I didn't hear it, but being up here now, I kind of hear all the noise. So if you guys hear it, I'm sorry. I do have another finished object. You guys remember I showed you back in October, I belong to Mary Maxim's Knit Club of the Month. I joined it back in October, and they sent me this lovely pattern, and they sent me the pattern and 2 skeins of yarn in which to make the fingerless gloves and the hat. It's enough yarn to make both projects. And I absolutely loved the yarn. It was the new to me yarn. I'm going to go off on a tangent here. A good one. If you guys haven't, or you're thinking about it, definitely sign up for the Mary Maxim's Knit Club of the Month. To first join it, it's like $9.99 a month, and with shipping it comes to like $12.99 or something. And then after that, it's $20.42 a month. It's like, I think $19.99 a month, and shipping is like $7.50 or $7.20. And with all of that, it comes to like $20.42 a month. I only know the exact amount because I just got my order. I came home today and got my mail, and it was in there. And I always read my invoice to make sure I'm charged accordingly, even though I look at my bank statement. But anywho, I think it's a great price for. I think it's a great price for what you get. I got this. 2 skeins of yarn in which to make both projects, and a bag it came in. So I decided to make the knits. Let's see if I can show you guys a picture of it without giving the pattern away. I decided to make these. And do not adjust your set. They are 2 different color yarns. The yarn kind of reminds me of Bernat Mosaic and Red Heart Unforgettable Boutique, where it's like kind of self-striping. And I will show you guys the knits. Here's one. You guys are seeing the color pretty good. It's a self-striping yarn. Here, I'll put it underneath my light here. You got your red fading into green, dark green, like black, and then this, and then dark green. Let me put my sleeve up. Put it on for you guys. Here's what it looks like. I think it's pretty good, the pattern. I really like the pattern once I got used to it. There, you guys can see the pattern good. Pretty pattern. If I can get my hand there, maybe you guys can see the pattern as well. Pretty pattern. That's one. Now, my Nana did not like these. They're too different. She did not like the second one. Here's the second one. And then it's green, and then part of the thumb was black. She didn't like that. She goes, I don't like that. And I said, okay, that's fine. You don't like it. And again, same pattern. I did have my ends weaved in, and I thought I had them weaved in good enough, but I guess I don't. They're coming apart here. I'll model them both. So here's what it looks like. I think they look good. Yeah, they came out great. I know if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I did post on there that I was having a problem with the pattern. And thanks to Ross and some of my friends on Facebook, I figured it out. I was actually making this part, the pattern part, harder than what it called for. I was so overthinking it and making it complicated. It wasn't funny. Now this pattern said it fits average woman's hands. I don't have small hands, but I don't have large hands. Like, if you wear, like, the doctor's gloves, the exam gloves, if I wear a small, they're too tight. But if I wear a medium, they're kind of too big. So I have, like, the in-betweeny hands, and these are kind of big on me. So I think if I made these again, which I'd like to, I'd go down to a smaller size. And I used, to make these, US 6 4.0 mils and US 8 5.0 mils. And you guys, I did these on DPNs. You didn't see these last podcast because I didn't start it. It's something I started after a podcast. I would definitely make this again, but smaller needles. The hat. I'm not making the hat. I am not a fan of the hat. I did see it made up. Ross showed it, and it looked nice, but I didn't like the hat, so we're not making the hat. We just made the gloves, which leads me to works in progress. Yay! I have a crochet work in progress, but I can't show you guys because it's secret knitting. All you guys are going to get to see is it's in here, and that's it. Works in progress, right here. This is the bag that my October kit came in, and my November kit came in. But my work in progress is MPG Multi-Purpose Garment by the lovely Emily from Fibertown Podcast. She is so adorable. I just love watching her podcast with her co-host, Alice. What is Alice? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I'm a bad podcaster. And it's a dog. I always want one. And it's not Boston Terrier. I'll think of it as I'm talking to you guys. But if you know it, check her out. I love her patterns. I am using... And it's the same material that my finished object was made out of, the Milan yarn by Mary Maxim. And it is in color Umbria, and it's 577. Here's the information. It was made in Turkey. It is 80% acrylic, 20% wool, 100 milligrams, or 3.5 ounces. I had more than this, but I had a skein left over. I didn't use the whole skein from the gloves, so I cast it on the multi-purpose garment. That's why I said these two things tie into one another, because it's the yarn from this. So this is what the multi-purpose garment looks like so far. Nothing really to see, but that's where I am. You guys can see how it is like almost self-striping painted yarn. It is gorgeous, and it is so nice to work with. Oh, I just love it. That's one thing that I love about the Mary Maxim Knit Club of the Month is they send you yarn that maybe you necessarily would not have tried yourself otherwise, that you'd probably see like, that looks like nice yarn, but I never used it. I'm not going to buy it. I do know that on Mary Maxim, if you like this yarn, it's $6.99 a skein. I do know that if you've never used it before, you're probably like, I'm not spending $7 a skein just to try that yarn. That's why I like their Knit Month. They also have Crochet Club of the Month. They send you enough yarn to make the project and the cute little bag. And sometimes you have yarn left over, as I discovered with this one. So I like it. I definitely buy this yarn again, but here's what it's looking like. I am actually at the beginning of a row. This project calls for 4.5 mils, which I have. I'm using my China needles. coming along. There, you guys can see how it's looking so far. It's fading into another color, as you can see, which is kind of like almost going into a grayish color. So yeah, it's coming along good. I'll show you guys. I'll get it up on my project page. I highly recommend this pattern. I did buy it, so I can tell you guys how much it costs. Multi-Purpose Garden by Emily from Fibertown, and it's Fibertown design. The pattern is $5.50. It calls for US 7 4.5 mils. And here you can kind of see Emily modeling it. And yeah, it's a great little pattern. I can wear it numerous ways. I am going to use the second skein as well. Here's the second skein. And you can see the wonderful color. This actually does not do it justice. It's beautiful in person. It is going to obviously be longer than what she's calling for because I want to use this yarn up. And whatever is not used up, I will set aside to put in a log cabin blanket. And it is being kept in my project bag from the Knit Club of the Month. And if you're wondering where I got the stitch marker, hang on. I actually made that stitch marker in case you were wondering. I didn't buy it. Well, I bought it, but I made the stitch marker in case you're wondering. So yeah, I definitely recommend this pattern. I am thoroughly enjoying it. Very well written. Yeah, it's worth it for $5.50. All right, the other works in progress I have, and they're nothing really to show because no major progress, my ice cardigan and my Boutacular socks. I'm simply not showing them because there's nothing to show. It's a cuff, and it's still working on the raglan part of the sweater. Before I move into other stuff, I forgot to mention that in our cow we have a prize. Here's the prize for the cow, which the cow will be closed January the 8th, and when I podcast next, I'll draw a winner random number generator. It does come with a pattern, but you obviously do not have to use the pattern, whatever you want with it. I will let you know I have kept it in here since this was given to me. Since I've gotten this, it's been kept in here. But this is a pet-friendly home. I do have dogs, so I will let you know that. But it's been kept. One skein somehow came unraveled, and I'm not going to take it apart and twist it back up because of the tag. I don't want to take the tag off. And the name of this is called Wool in the Woods, and it's 97% wool, 3% nylon, 200 yards per skein, and the colorway is Thief in the Night. And it's hand-washed, lace flat to dry. Oh, you guys are seeing this way better than you did on my laptop. That's the front, and here's what the back is. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous colorway. It smells so good. Whoever is the lucky winner of this, I cannot wait to see what you make up out of it. It is just gorgeous. And this yarn is for my personal stash. If we have more people enter along, I will pick something else out from my stash to give as a prize. But I wanted to do that before I forgot it. Sat in there blending in with my enhancement. All right. Let's take a look for a minute before I go into our book review. Since the end of the year is coming up, I thought I would talk on my goals that I set for knitting and all. If you don't want to hear it, just fast forward through to my enhancements. But I set some goals for knitting and crocheting wise. And kind of life in general as well got mixed in with it. Because it's on my personal blog, nicholos.blogspot.com. But one of them, of course, get back in control of my blood sugar, which I'm working on. Work out more, which I'm doing. Geocache more. I kind of really didn't do that more this year. Shame on me. Spinning more. I'm not spinning as much as I want it to. I have a drop spindle, and I haven't been drop spindling as much as I'd like to. Knit more, yes, I'm doing that. Crochet more, yes, I completed that. Learn to make my own lotions and soaps. I have not even attempted that. Make my own teas, didn't even attempt that. Read more, bad, I didn't do that. Meditate, didn't even do that. Work on losing more weight, I am. Get healthier, I'm still working on it. Indian cooking. I want to try Indian cooking, I have not even tried it. Find Mr. Right or close to it. Wonk wonk, still looking. So that's that. So with it being said, because this is the last month of the year, I wanted to talk about goals. So that leads me into the 2015 goals for knitting and podcasting. For podcasting, I'd like a new logo. I don't know what would you guys like to see as a new logo? I have like the logo I have now because I have that logo because I love color. I love that our world is so beautiful and filled with beautiful people, kind, caring, loving, compassionate. Even though the news does not show that, we actually have people like that from all walks of life, from your aristocrats higher up to your poorest of poor people. We have wonderful people. And our world is full of color. Everything around us, from the deepest, beautiful red and mahogany to the coldest of coldest blue to the whitest of white clouds you could imagine. So I love color. I've always loved color from child on up. So that's why I chose that as the logo. But I'm kind of wanting something new for 2015 because it marks a new year. It marks a new season of podcasting. It'll be heading us into our second year of podcasting in September of next year. So I kind of like something new. I need your guys' help with that, some input. A new song. Are you guys getting tired of hearing no matching socks? If you are, let me know. I'll put a new song up. I was thinking of a new song, so let me know what you think. Better lighting. I am trying to work on better lighting, which ties into I need to get my butt moving on getting my craft room done. Because once I get my craft room done and set up the way I want it, I can get much better lighting, hopefully record during the day by a window where there's natural light coming in. I was also thinking of getting a camera. Right now, I currently use either my iPad or mainly my laptop, but I was thinking of getting a video camera that I could just connect into my laptop and upload. What do you guys think? I was thinking maybe of doing that, making it more professional and better. More alongs, obviously, have different kinds of alongs going on throughout the year. More prizes for you guys. And for me I feel like I'm so scattered when I talk to you guys. I don't feel like I'm doing a good, strong podcast for y'all. I feel like I'm just so scattered all over the place, like da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and spacey. So I'm trying to work on being more consistent. As far as personal-wise, knitting-wise goes, I want to learn how to do color, Fair Isle, get my craft room set up. I'd like to get a spinning wheel. I don't know if that'll be possible this year, but I'd like to get a spinning wheel. I want to get more spindles and drop spindle. More fiber. I want to get more fiber, you guys, to spin. I don't have that much. That's why I haven't been really spinning, because once I use that up, I don't have any more fiber. And I want to get better at spinning. I want to get more sweaters worth of yarn. More nicer yarn, maybe invest in Madeline Tosh yarn or something to make a sweater. I want to use a more nicer yarn for a sweater than just my basic acrylics. Not that I don't love my acrylic yarns, I do. But I'd like to have some nicer sweaters made out of nicer yarns, you know, just something different to try in yarn-wise. I want to get my pattern out that I have in my head spinning around and published. I want to start working on dyeing yarn again, keeping both of my blogs up to date, reading more, do more cable work, do more crocheting, do a yarn swap, and work on using some more of my stash up so I can buy more stash. All right, that is that. Enhancements. The only enhancement I have is my December knit month, December knit month of the club, December's knit month of, December, knit month, the knitting club of the month for December. And it is a baby blanket, Bernat, and it is Bernat yarn that was sent, and it is their Little Tops yarn in cool pink. Yeah. I have 4 skeins of yarn, and it is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, and it's 95% acrylic, 5% nylon. I forgot to put a spoiler. If you don't have yours and you don't want to know, look away, but oh well, too late. It is 190 yards. So yeah, I kind of like the pattern. It's a cable-y pattern. I can't show the pattern itself too close to you because in a sense I feel like I paid for it, and I don't want to show you the picture because then that would show you part of the pattern, and well, I kind of paid, in a sense I paid for the pattern. But I'm sure if you go into the big box stores, I'm sure it is in actuality a free pattern, but for safety's sake, I'm not showing it. Hi, we're back. All right, for time's sake, and because I don't want to drag this out too long and bore you guys, and because I have a magazine review, I'm not going to go into TV talk this week. I will save it for next week. So we're going to go on to a magazine review. If you do not want to watch this, you can fast forward. But we're going to talk about, and I was not paid, I bought it. I should say I was not asked, nor am I being paid to review this magazine. I bought it myself. I want to share my thoughts with you guys. I'm sure other podcasters have as well. But it's the unofficial Downton Abbey knit. I bought this at Barnes & Noble. I'm sure you can buy it wherever magazines are sold. You guys will know I am a Downton Abbey fan. I am a fan of Renaissance, Victorian, retro, vintage, 1950 and all that era fashion. As you know, I do collect my share of antiques and retro stuff. So here we go. I do absolutely love this book. I wish I could get a subscription to nothing but unofficial Downton Abbey stuff. Well, not just stuff, but like unofficial Downton Abbey magazines and clothes. Like here, Costuming, Downton Abbey, a special exhibition at Windsor by Kristen Baines. Barnes, B-Y-R-N-E-S. I love that dress. I think it is so gorgeous. And you see pictures from Downton Abbey in the background. Here's another one. I absolutely love this one as well. It's not knit, it's just a dress, but I think it's gorgeous. I'm going to share that with you guys. I do have stuff sectioned off. Again, like stuff the staff would wear and all. And stuff for parties and weddings, like right here. I thought that was cute. And this stuff. I'm such a sucker for stuff like that. Even more like stuff the staff wore then. And here, stuff that the ladies wore. Excuse me. I'm sorry if I have earbuds in. I can't help the coughing. I'm so sorry. Even the chaps, the gents, what the gents wore, I happen to like that. I thought it was so cute. Could you imagine men today wearing stuff like that? Really? Maybe we should change some things in society. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, and I love this guy in La Mode, a French magazine. Could you really imagine men of my parents' generation and my generation and the younger generation dressing like that today? I would actually love to see it. Maybe it would change people for the better. Who knows? Anything else before I go into... No. So let's go to my first little clip. All right, here. This shirt is called Floral Finery Pullover, Vicky Square. I think it is gorgeous. I don't know if I like the color work on the shirt. I don't know. I kind of don't like it, but I do like it. It's paired with a skirt. Not the way I'd wear it, but I guess back then you would wear it with a skirt. The next page is just some fingerless gloves. I'm not a fan of them. The sweater's okay, but I'm not a fan of the sweater. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. Oh, the next one I absolutely love. I told a friend of mine I so want to make this sweater for him, but he doesn't wear turtlenecks, so I'd have to figure out how to make it without a turtleneck. It's called Cable Aaron for a Day Out, Martin's Story. And frankly, I wish this sweater came with the model, because he is to die. I think he's gorgeous. That's just my opinion. But there's the sweater. There's the back of it. I think it is a gorgeous sweater. I so would want to knit it up for some man. I don't care too much for that sweater. I don't know. It doesn't entice me. The next thing is Night on the Town herringbone texture scarf. I'm trying to see. You can't see it too well in that picture. Here's a nice top that I'd like for spring or summer. Hidden Delight Lacy Camisole by Karen E. Houghton. Many of the most alluring and fashionable garments from the late 19th century and early 20th century were hidden away under their garments. Such a pity! Thus, the name Hidden Delight for this lightweight lacy camisole or evening top, the broad shoulder straps, sleeveless body, and square neck were fashionable in dresses with drop waist during the flapper era. The yarn, a blend of silk and merino, provides a touch of luxury to the skin. I really like this, and yes, some of the most pretty garments ladies wore back then were hid under their clothing. But I think that would be a gorgeous top to knit for the summer. Pair it with a lovely tank underneath it, and you have a gorgeous top that you can dress up or dress down or even wear underneath another shirt. I can't show you the clothes. Yes, maybe I can. You guys can't get too much from that picture, but here's an up close of it. I think the work is gorgeous. Another top I like is called Modular Lace Blouse. With the Four Seasons of Downton Abbey bringing the drama firmly into the 1920s, I was inspired for a flapper, and which character better personifies the devil-may-care attitude of that decade than Cousin Rose. Imagine her wearing this feminine lacy top while enjoying an afternoon tea with the ladies on the lawn, and then running around back to smoke a cigarette. And if you watch Downton Abbey, you'd get the reference. But here's the top. I'm trying not to give the pattern away, but I think that is a gorgeous top. I would not mind making one and wearing it for myself. And here's what it looks like up close. Gorgeous work. And again, I'm trying to show you guys some of these without giving the pattern away. Here's one that I absolutely love, Lotus Blossom Scarf. One of the most enduring characters in Downton Abbey is the house itself. Portrayed in the television series by Highclere Castle, located in Hampshire, about 70 miles, 113 kilometers west of London, members of the Caravan family have owned and lived on the working estate since 1679. I absolutely love this scarf. It gives a little history about it. It calls for blue sky alpaca, silk, 50% alpaca, 50 silk, sport weight, 146 yards. I think that is just gorgeous. I love the patterning in that. Here's an up close. I love how it came out. And I really like this magazine because it gives a little bit of history of the actual people of Downton Abbey. Like where the castle is, so on and so forth. My next one, I'd actually like to make it. It's called Lacy Tapered Jacket. This elegant line of jackets with embroidery or lace panels worn by those upstairs on the PBS series Downton Abbey inspired this jacket. A simple cream-colored tapered jacket with a lovely lace border. The lace panels are knitted first in the wrap. Oh, I'm gonna skip all the rest of that. You didn't hear that. But here's what it looks like. I think it is gorgeous. I love the cables. And it's just very dainty and feminine and pretty. And that calls for Louette Gems, 100% merino wool. I can't show you the next picture of it or the back, because it has the patterning. Here is an up close. The one picture I showed you, the floral finery pullover with the event of World War I, 1914 to 1918. Practical separates became the order of the day. Floral pattern gowns gave way to floral blouses or blouses that paired with floral panels with solid colors for contrast. Pleasing curvilinear floral patterns graced the fabrics or the embellishments of the garments of all of Downton Abbey ladies, whether worn during the day or the evening. Here's the up close of that, and here's the back. I think it's gorgeous. I would make it, but I don't know if I go that drastic with color work. I don't know. Maybe I would. I don't know. As far as the cardigan that I showed you, I wouldn't make it in white. I'd use something else. They have cozy cardigan. I'm not that particularly fond of that cardigan. I don't know why. It is pretty if that is something you are into, but I am not, obviously. Here is a better picture of that men's cardigan, cabled Aaron for a day out. Here is another picture of it with the chap without his hat on. I think that is a gorgeous sweater for a man. As I said, I'd have to figure out how not to have the turtleneck, because my friend does not wear a turtleneck. Here's a everyday life for upstairs and down. Here's a pretty cardigan again. And over here Here, a hat. That's not me type of hat. And this is a pretty sweater or a jumper, but not me. I don't think I'd look into something like that. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I know there's plenty of people that would look gorgeous in something like that. And here, driving gloves for the lady of the manor they have. I think those are gorgeous. I don't know if I'd make them, but I like them. This top I like. I think it is different. I don't know if I'd wear it, but I like it. And that's called Cosmopolitan Peasant Blouse. Here is another cardigan that I like, Lacy Leaf Pocket Cardigan by Quiena Lee. I think I definitely make that and wear it. I think it's a cute little cardigan for the spring or if you're going out. Flirtatious Felt Hat. I so love that hat. I would so wear that hat. Moving along. Maids and Maidens Lacy Blouse. I like this jumper. I believe it's called this blouse. I think it is cute. I would wear it, and you can see in the background, the back of it, I think it is cute. The Market Day Beret. A beret. Not me, but I think it's cute. I may try it. Cover my hair on a bad hair day like today. Here is I think I got a Going to Town tam and Bristol Pool double braided cable muffler. That would be the scarf. Here's a scarf and a hat. I don't know how I like the tam. I like that scarf. It's a nice men's scarf. I'm sure it could be possibly unisex, but I do like it for a man. Here's a better picture of those ladies driving gloves. They're cute. Like I said, I don't know if I'd make them, but I like them. Here's a better picture of that sweater, that lacy sweater. I like the green. The lacy pocket cardigan, I think it is totally cute. I love what they use. And the yarn is Mano Silk Blend 70 Merino 30 Silk DK weight. Yeah, I like it. I can't show you the one picture they have. I'm going to try, but you guys can kind of see it there. Just didn't see too much of that. Here's the flirtatious hat. I think it is cute. I definitely won't mind trying my hand at it. And a better picture of the Maids and Maidens blouse. I think it's gorgeous. I definitely wouldn't mind making something like that and wearing it. I think it would be pretty. Bristol Pool double braided cable muffler. Here is that man scarf that I was telling you about. I think it's gorgeous. It definitely would make a nice scarf for a man. And then Going to Town tam. I think that is cute. I definitely try making that. Life at Home. I fell in love with stuff in here. Evergreen table set. I definitely want to make that. And a lampshade for the grand house. I'd love to make that. Get a cute little night. I'd love to make that and put these on my dining room table just for a nice decoration. And for my friend, he is very much into antiques and all that good stuff, and he likes stuff like this. I told him this would look good in his living room. And here's the lampshade. It is a knitted lampshade. I would love to find a little lamp like that and knit it to put over the shade. I think it would be cute. Another thing I like, upstairs and downstairs bags for needlework and sewing. I think these are so cute. I would love a little notions bag like that. Look at how intricate and beautiful that work is. I definitely want to make myself one of those. Maybe not in white, but I would like it. Here is a better picture you can kind of see of the lamp. You guys saw the notions bag. That's it. Oh, and I like the scarf by Rowan's on the back. That is cute. So you guys keep your eye open because you will be seeing some knits in the future from this book from me. But I would definitely recommend it. I did pay $15 for it, but it is definitely worth the money. Or I felt it was worth the money because there are a lot of knits that I want to make out of here. Again, I wish there was a subscription that you could subscribe to nothing but on official Downton Abbey knits. I think that would be so cute. Or even not just Downton Abbey, but like Downton Abbey knits, like stuff from this era that people could design, something like that. It is very intricate and fancy, and I do like it. I'm sure this obviously is a long podcast, but if you're still stuck with me, I'm going to go into life events. So if you're going to leave me now, I'll see you next week. Bye. And if you're sticking around, thank you. Let's get into life stuff. Let's see. This week, I got my car back, December 2nd. Yay! For those of you that have been following me, know my car was in the shop since after Thanksgiving because it needed new front brakes and rotors. I have a 2004 Volvo. I did not buy it new. I bought it December. It was in time for Christmas. It was my Christmas gift to myself, like December 21st or something in 2011. When I bought the car at the dealership, I said to them, I want new brakes, new rotors, new tires, the oil changed on it, and new filters. I said, I am not taking it off the lot until it has it done. If I have to pay extra, fine. I said, but I am not taking it otherwise. And I said to the guy, I said to him, I said, I don't want that car sold. Here's $20 to hold the car for me. You can take that $20 and put it towards what I want done in the car. And the salesman said to me, he said, for everything you want done, we're not going to charge it. We'll do it as complimentary for you. I said, thank you. And that was in 2011, guys. And jumping forward to 2014, I took it to my mechanic to get it inspected, and I told him I was hearing a knocking noise. I was starting to hear a knocking noise. And I said, call me, because he only lives down the street from me, walk back from dropping it off. I said, call me. He called me. He's like, Nicole, you need new brakes, and you need new front brakes, and your rotors on the front are tore up. I said, that's fine. I said, but I can't pay you till the first week of December. I said, which is only a couple days away. No problem. Bring it by. He said, I can't let you drive the car off the lot with the rotors being tore up and needing new front brakes in fear that you take it from here and get in an accident. I said, that's fine. I completely understand. And he said, and you could mess your car up with the rotors being tore up. You could mess your car up worse than what it is. I said, that's fine. Just keep it there. It's all good. I go in on December 2nd, and I said to him, he said, did you want to pay part of the money now and then part next week? I said, nope. I have the full amount. Here's the full amount. But I want a receipt that I paid you. Which he's a reputable guy, no problem, but I wanted it for my records. He said, just to let you know, you're going to be getting another receipt after I do the job. I said, that's fine. And last week, on the 2nd, there was stormy weather. He said, I cannot promise you that your car is going to be done today. He said, because I don't know if the guy that I get my parts from will be able to deliver it because of the weather. It may not be done till tomorrow. I said, do you see me standing here having a diva fit? He busted out laughing. He goes, a diva fit. I said, do you see me having a diva fit? Do you see me stomping my feet, throwing my purse down, jumping up and down? over dramatic acting, whining, and crying because you tell me you may not be able to work on my car till tomorrow? No. I said, then don't worry. I said, I only live up the street. I said, I'm not worried about it. So I went out, took my Graham's car, and I took her out for that day. And he calls me up a few hours later and says to me, you can come get your car's done. I said, you serious? He said, yeah, the guy said the weather's not as bad as they thought, and he got it, and I worked on it. So I went, picked my car up, signed more paperwork. He said, I put the receipt on the front seat of your passenger side. He said, that way you didn't have to worry about, he said, I left the paperwork there for you. So everything is good. I don't need anything done to next year. I said to him, I cannot complain. I said, I really haven't had to have any major work done to my car since I bought it, knock on wood. But I said, he said to me, how long did you have that on? I said, I had it on since 2011. He said, you outlived the life expectancy on those rotors and those brakes. He said, it shows that you're not hard or rough on a car. So, yeah. So I'm happy that was the only two things I needed, and I got my baby back. So I'm happy. There's nothing like driving your own. It's nice that my Graham let me use her car, but there's nothing quite as nice as being able to drive your own vehicle. And then this week I had to take my Graham to urgent care. Do not worry. For those of you that personally know me, know my Nana is 89 years old, and I had to take her to urgent care because she was not feeling well. She's fine. She has an upper respiratory infection that's going around here, and the doctor put her on some antibiotics, and she's there saying, I don't feel good. I'm going to lay in bed all day. I said, no, you're not going to lay in bed all day. You're going to get pneumonia. So she goes, you snot. So now I'm a snot. I'm a snot-nosed little brat. Because I told her she can't lay in bed in fear that she'll get pneumonia at her age. So I'm a snot, but she still loves me, and I let her go because she's 89. But when she does get sick at her age, if it's been a couple days, like it's going on day 3 or day 4, I do make her go to the doctor, only because she is 89, and in geriatric patients, when they get sick, it is alarm for concern because they are more susceptible to pneumonia and ending up in a hospital if not taken care of right away, and can also turn life-threatening if not taken care of right away. My Graham is in great shape. She just retired in June after 20 years of working, but still it's alarming. Me, as you can tell, I am having a massive allergy attack problem. I sound better than I did on Thursday. On Thursday, I was like, I can't talk, and sneezing, and Friday. Got a little better Friday night. It started clearing up, and then Saturday, I was like, I'm like, ugh, runny nose now. Runny nose, like the sore, scratchy throat because of everything draining, but yeah. Today, only thing exciting today is I went to a Christmas reading or Christmas lecture with my friend. He was the guest speaker. We were talking about Christmas traditions, which I'd like to touch on our next podcast maybe. Christmas traditions. He did, if anybody's familiar with Pennsylvania German or Pennsylvania Dutch or Pennsylvania Deutsch, you've heard of Pelznickel. Do you know Pelznickel? Josh, Mr. Auricula82, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about now. Pelznickel. And does anybody know about the Christmas pickle? I'm not going to explain it to you. I'm going to let you guys think until next week on what a Christmas pickle is and the story behind the Christmas pickle. And also, what tradition do you guys have or maybe grew up with? as I said, my grandmother's Pennsylvania German, and there are some Christmas traditions that she kept from growing up that we still keep, and I'd like to keep going and maybe add some from her culture. My grandfather, her husband, was Irish. Not too many traditions there. My dad is Irish and Italian, so not too many traditions on the Irish side. And I don't think that a whole too many on the Italian side. But yeah, so I will leave you guys with that. And also, would any of you be interested in starting a virtual knit night? If so, let me know. I'm going to post it on the Facebook wall. But yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with the question, what is a Christmas pickle? Why do we have a Christmas pickle? And why is it on the Christmas tree? What's the meaning of a Christmas pickle? I'm going to leave you guys ponder that. And you guys, any of my English friends that watch this in England or in America that are English, do you guys know about it? Let me know, because I'm going to leave you guys with that thought. What's the meaning and the dilly of a Christmas pickle? I know something you may not know, or I know something you don't know. So you guys, let me know. I'm going to let you go with that. So until next week, remember, treat others the way you would like to be treated. Be kind, be loving, because others would like to be treated that way. And remember, karma definitely comes back around. You give good in abundance, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. So until next week, bye guys.